I'm so sorry. I'm not messing my makeup up. Goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. Money in Zulu,
Hey guys, what is up? I sound a mess, I look a mess, but it's okay because I'm finna transform. So, you know how like some people get super glowy skin and they're like, they just look so radiant and beautiful during pregnancy? That is not the case. I literally look like the poop emoji. Like, I'm very upset because it's like all of my beauty has just left as far as like without makeup. I don't feel pretty. That's why you guys don't really see, I guess, videos like this, because I don't like being on camera without makeup. But today I wanted to talk about a topic that I am struggling with personally. So I was like, Diane, we just gonna do this, and you know, hopefully the feedback isn't bad about how I'm looking right now. I know a lot of people probably think I'm over exaggerating. I'm not. I just don't feel pretty anymore. It's just the truth. This pregnancy has been crazy and a bunch of things, but I just want to get back to my old self. I miss how I was, who I was before this. So enough of that. As you guys can see, the hair that I am going to be, you know, talking about in this video is from Unice. And I have in 3 bundles, 24, 26, 26, and a 20-inch middle part closure. I just, you know, added some curls in it after constructing the wig. And I will talk more about it at the end, but everything's going to be in the description for you guys. So the topic that I wanted to talk about, I did ask on Instagram, like, what you guys would want to hear more. But I just was like, I'm just going to do a chit-chat get ready with me and touch on different stuff. I plan to do another one before the week is up and just basically let you guys know what I feel, you know, what I just be needing people to talk to, honestly, because not everybody can understand, you know, what I'm dealing with being pregnant, and just, it's a lot. I obviously look happy in my videos, but y'all, I am dealing with a lot of physical and personal and mental changes. Like, it's crazy. So if you guys hear TV, I got the Breakfast Club on. I'm like the type of person, I like to have sound. I always have to have sound because I'm always home alone and I don't like super quiet environments. I don't know, I'm weird. Probably because I'm just a scaredy cat, but whatever. So I did my brows off camera. Just gonna hop into some eyeshadow or something because I'm looking very dry but oily, if that makes sense. So let's just hop into that. The topic that I want to talk about is daddy issues. And for some people this might be funny. Why, I don't really know, but for me it's not. It's very real. So my parents had me really late. My mom had me when she was 43. So my dad was about around that or a little bit older than her. I'm not sure, but they're in their 60s now. So they're older. But she literally yells too much. Let me change this. Don't want to hear that. That's super annoying. So things haven't always been good with me and my dad. That's just the way it is. That's how it's always been. I don't know. That's just what it is, and I hate that it's like that, but that is exactly how it's been. So I'm just going to add some powder to my face because it's really oily, and I like to set this in my face. This Sacha Buttercup powder, I like to put this on. I like to put it on, you know, my more so oily regions, I guess. It just helps with the oiliness, especially around my nose. My nose has grown so much. I hate it so much. I just miss my face. I miss my body. I'm just over, honestly, just over this pregnancy. And people probably like, probably think that I'm being self-absorbed. It's not that. You don't understand. Not everybody understands how it feels to have an actual life growing inside of you. For the ones who've never been pregnant, it's a very beautiful thing, but it's very changing and challenging. It's not, I don't know, I'm over it. I wish I could have been like a surrogate or something, honestly. I don't like being pregnant. I probably will never get pregnant again. I don't look crazy, but y'all, that is literally the most oiliest place on my face. So let's just hop into some shadow. So over the past, I'd say 2-3 years, since I've really been in high school and stuff, my relationship with my dad was trash, because it was like he was always trying to come around and I was just trying to like live my life. So I wouldn't really be worried about mending a relationship with my dad. I would be worried about going to like a party or just into myself, learning myself and seeing, you know, how I am starting to blossom and stuff. Definitely around the age of 15, 16, it would be like he would try to reach out and I just wouldn't be interested. So that's just what it was. When you say the term daddy issues, it's like, I think people joke about it because some people my age, like people that I know, joke about it. Like they think it's like funny, but it's really serious. So my dad has had cancer, got rid of it. He has a lot of health problems though right now, and it's like I have resentment in my, like, deep down inside towards him, and I hate it so much because it makes me like not even want to talk to him. Like I will look at my phone ring 5 times if it's him calling and I would not answer. And it's grown to become a habit, but I am starting to work on it more and talk to him. So thank God for that. But it has really been like pulling teeth, literally, with my dad. I just don't have interest in building a relationship. I just feel like that should have been built when I was in elementary school and, you know, before middle school and stuff, because he wasn't always there. And the more resentment comes from me not having my dad, you know, to call when I needed him back then, or just to say, you know, my dad is in my life. Like that would have been great. That would have made a difference. I feel like I would have been more head on about a lot of stuff. I turned 18 and immediately was in a relationship. I just feel like I was searching for the love that I never got from my dad in different guys, and I just wasn't out here crazy with guys. But that has a huge effect. That's why I'm so like worried about me and my baby's father. I don't have a daughter, but I'm gonna have a son, and it's just like dads don't realize how important their role is in a child's life, literally. Like, and then once those years are gone, you can't get them back. And me and my dad, we both have attitudes. He has a disgusting attitude, so it makes it so hard for us to even talk about anything. And it's just like, I don't want to argue with you, so like let's not even talk about it at all. But at the same time, it's like I need to tell you how I feel, so I won't be so distant, or, you know, just not talking to you or not wanting to be around you. Like, I don't want to feel like that towards my dad, but that is just the way that it has been for me, especially since I kind of was like forced to get everything on my own. I don't know, I never had that security of like, oh, I could call my dad, like, oh, my dad will do it, you know, like. And that just bothers me, because it's just like, I grew up around people who did have their dad. Not everybody had their dad, but it's just like, I would find myself being jealous about my friends' dads being in their life and mine not. And I'm just like, it's not their fault. Like, it's his fault. But that's so many years ago. So it's just like, now that he's older, now that I'm pregnant, now that I'm older as well, I have to try to work on getting a better relationship with him, because he could possibly get sick and, you know, die. That's just the reality. Parents get old. It's just like, and for me, it's more crucial because I have to make sure that I don't continue to be so distant and be so angry about the past, but I still find myself being very angry and distant. And sorry, hold on. This lash is so big, like this is bigger than the rest, so I can't see. Someone, I don't know if it was like a slick comment the other day in my comments, they tried to say like, why is your lash so big in your thumbnail? Like, I have big 25mm lashes on, you dumb idiot. Not literally, but that was a stupid ass question. Like, why are your eyelashes so small? Like, I don't know who asked stuff like that. I was just kind of like, okay, what the fuck? These are the lashes that I always wear. The same on my Instagram, so is there a problem? Don't watch the fucking video. I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant, but that really pissed me off. I'm like, this bitch is trying to be funny because ain't shit funny, my nigga. Like, don't. My camera is starting to overheat, but yeah, it just makes it like really freaking hard. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like when it comes to this certain topic, some people can understand it while others can't really understand it. But daddy issues definitely have a huge effect on the relationships that I've been in. I have always, the thing about me, unfortunately, something that I need to work on. Well, I've actually gotten better, actually, with this specific problem that I've always had. With my ex, I used to always feel like I needed him. Like, I needed this man. That's just the way that I felt. And it's not a good thing to feel like that. It's like I've never had like a true father's love, so it's just like I guess once I got love that reminded me of my dad. This is kind of weird, but I don't know how to explain it. If I was with a guy and I felt he was very protective of me and he loved me, and something went wrong, I would feel like I had to do whatever and stick through whatever to keep him. And that was just the worst like kind of mindset to have, because I would get cheated on, abused physically, emotionally, mentally, all that. Like, and I hate that I let myself put up with that, because it's not good. Sorry y'all, I had to go cough. Oof. I had to go cough and I had to go wet my beauty blender. I'm gonna add some of this Mario Badescu. I like to add it to my beauty blender even when it's wet. I don't know, it just hydrates my skin. As y'all know, well, for the people who pay attention to these videos, I have dry skin. So back to the daddy issues thing. Hold on. Hey, I'm probably not gonna list the products just because that's too time consuming and I never get a chance to, and I'm so sorry. But this is Maybelline's Super Stay. I've been using this since earlier last year. I'm in the shade 355, like I was in the Fit Me Matte. So I love this. I will say it holds to that full coverage in that 24-hour, and I like it a lot. So I use about, usually I squirt it on my face, but I've started to like just aim more towards my hand because I use too much. I actually use like 7 or 8 pumps just to get a full coverage. But we gonna hop back into the daddy issues thing just a second. There was something else I wanted to talk about. My lash line. So for so long, I have been wanting to do a lash line literally since last year. And I finally, after months of searching, found a vendor. And I found lashes that I like really, really like, not just like. So, that is why, if you guys follow my Instagram, I announced that I will be, you know, launching it on the 31st this month, and that is still accurate. They are producing my lashes as of right now, so I'm just waiting to get them shipped. I did get approved for EIN and stuff through the government, so it's gonna be legal money, and I'm super excited to have something in my name, and I'm praying that this does really good. But my biggest fear is that people won't buy them, and that isn't because how they look. It is just because they're expensive. They're not gonna be cheap. There's a thing, you know, when you're working with your own company, whether that's selling clothes or whatever it is, you have to make sure you make a profit back. And my lashes, I bought them wholesale at $12 a pair, and that's really expensive to me, but I wanted good quality, so that's what I'm paying for. So that is why they are so much. So the starting price for these lashes will be $20. And I think that's very reasonable because, for one, they're longer, they're thicker, they're handmade, and they're actually mink lashes. So you have to take that into consideration. A lot of people are really cheap, but you're not ever going to get the look if you're cheap. The first pair of voluminous eyelashes I bought from a company, they were like $30, and they came from Canada. And that same company is doing so amazing on Instagram right now. They're very known. They have multiple, you know, relationships with huge influencers and stuff, and that is my goal because lashes have literally been my thing since I started wearing makeup. For me to have my own brand and my name on something, it just, I can see it manifesting, but I'm just a little unsure about the support just because people like to be cheap. But to pay for good quality, you know, you have to pay. You just have to pay. You're not going to get good quality being cheap. I'm sorry. And for so long, so many people have so much to say, like, oh, your lashes aren't, you don't have a vendor, they're from AliExpress, or they'd get in my comments thinking they knew where my lashes were from because I wouldn't tell anybody because I had a vendor at the time, and I'm like, I'm not going to share where I get my lashes from with you guys because that's my vendor. And if you are in business, whether it's hair or whatever, you know it takes a long time to find a vendor. So when you find one, you gotta hold on to that and shut up, because same people asking for it ain't gonna be supporting your stuff. They just want to be cheap. I get certain lashes do obviously retail lower than for what people sell them for, but y'all have to look at the business side. People have to make a profit back. In sales, they have to pay for shipping and everything. So like I said, if I pay $12 for some eyelashes, I need to get $12 back, plus I need it to cover, you know, all the other stuff I have to put into it. It's not just about buying thin wholesale lashes, because anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. You can go on AliExpress right now and type in wholesale false eyelashes. Some will pop up. To each his own. I don't like them. They're very thin and cheap looking. They aren't ugly, but they're not my style. That is why I have my own lash line coming, because I need something that is my style, that screams, you know, Diane. So that's all that is. It isn't anything personal, but thank you to the people who have, you know, been waiting out and understanding that I've been dealing with some stuff the past year, and I'm finally seeing this manifest. So for the ones who support me, thank you, and the ones who don't, whatever, that's your choice. But we is going back. Okay, for my concealer, I use medium beige and fawn. I mix the two. But we're going back into the daddy issues subject. I'm actually running out of fawn. I don't use as much as I used to on my under eye and stuff, so just gonna... So hard to see. But yeah, it's like, I feel like as a father, men, you know, they shouldn't get to give women babies and just, you know, run off and be into themselves and their own egos. That's not fair for the kid or the mom. Y'all, seriously, if y'all want a camera, do not get this Sony a5100 because Sis, this overheats way too much. Like, it's so annoying. Back to what I was saying. I don't even know what I was saying. I think I was talking about dads leaving the moms. I just feel like it's very unfair, especially for the kid. Moms can only do so much with sons and daughters. So dads are, I believe, they're a very important factor in how, you know, a child grows up and what they learn and what they end up valuing when they get older. I am like so ashamed of the stuff that I allow myself to be put through, just because I felt like I had to. That is mainly where a lot of my resentment towards my dad comes, because I don't know, it's just like, maybe if he was around and, you know, he assured me that I was beautiful, that I didn't need anybody, I wouldn't have felt like it. I have literally been in the most belittling situations, and I did not want to cry. This is why I didn't want to talk about this. It was because I felt that that's what I had to deal with. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm not messing my makeup up. Goodness. See, I'm mainly emotional because I'm just thinking about the stuff that I put myself through at such a young age, relationship-wise. And it's just like, it just sucks because now that I am starting to know my worth and know that I'm better than what I used to deal with, it's just like, I just want to hear from my dad that I don't have to let myself go through certain stuff, and I'm worth, you know, something. It would have been nice to have that growing up, but I didn't. My mom, she's not that she wasn't, you know, telling me that or anything, but my mom never understood. My mom, she's a church woman. She obviously told me what not to do, you know, but obviously I still did it to find out myself. So it's just like, nothing can replace really hearing your dad, you know, make you feel valued or tell you that he loves you. So that's why I find myself so angry at him, and I really need to work on that for the sake of a better relationship with him in case he gets sick, you know, because I don't want my dad to, you know, leave, and I never built that with him. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. I done messed my makeup up. That felt good. Because I never, ever, ever talk about this. Like, ever. Not even with my sister, who I share the same dad with. I never talk about how I feel. And back to what I was saying, it's not that I have to hear that, but being, you know, reassured that while I was growing up and figuring out who I was, I feel like it would have helped me avoid so much that I put myself through when it comes to guys and relationships. I feel like I wouldn't have, like, belittled myself so much, and I will stand by thinking that a dad has an important role in their daughter's life, because now here it is, and it's a relationship being forced. So I think that's what bothers me the most. I done activated this cold back up, y'all. I was just getting better. And don't laugh at my crying face, y'all, because I know that was ugly. But that actually felt good to get out. Yeah. I felt really good to kind of release that and express how I'm feeling. It's like, that's something nobody talks about, having daddy issues. I feel like nobody talks about it. Why? I don't know. Probably just embarrassment. Like, nobody wants to go around, you know, crying and always moping about their dad not being in their life, but that is such an important thing. Like, I cannot stress that enough. That is so important. That's just as important as having a mom. But fathers leave, I feel like they leave, you know, a certain imprint on your life and the person that you end up becoming when you get older. So that is always just a sensitive topic for me, like, always. My dad isn't a completely horrible person. When I was growing up, it wasn't just bad vibes around my dad. We actually had good times, like, but then there were times where it wasn't good. So it's just like, and now that I'm about to be a mom, it's just like, I have to make sure that I do not repeat history. Not to talk about my mom, but my mom, I always see that she finds herself dealing with people she's dealt with in the past, men. And she ended up remarrying somebody she got divorced from, who still isn't no good for her. But my mom is 60-something years old. I don't know how it feels to be alone like that, but I just see how so many people, like, repeat going back to stuff that is toxic and not good for you, and I cannot allow myself to do that. I am not going to chase after my baby's father. I am not going to be a bitter baby mama or using a child against a dad. If me and him down the line don't work out, that's just going to be that. I am going to continue to do what's best for me and my son, and I'm going to continue to get done what I have to get done. I'm not going to use a baby as like a pawn to get back at him because I'm upset. Because I feel like everything happens for a reason. And as far as relationships, getting into this relationship I'm in now, it wasn't my plan. Obviously, it wasn't my plan to get pregnant, but I don't think it's in anybody's plans, you know, like I said, unless you're like Kylie Jenner. Yeah. So I just basically have to, you know, stay head on, and I have to make decisions not based off of how I'm feeling. I'm never, ever, ever allowing myself to chase after a man again, ever. If a nigga wanna go, I will hold the door open. That is how much I've grown and learned my worth since my last relationship. And I said I'm never gonna get back so low, to the point where I was at such a low space. It was so bad. It just makes me like really emotional thinking about that, because that was the worst time of my life, like, that I've experienced being an adult. I wish I wasn't a crybaby though. But yeah, that felt good. I want to say to somebody who's might be dealing with the same thing as me, talk about it, because this is the first time I've talked about this in like 4 years of dealing with it. Like, I'm glad that I just let that out. I'm not saying that just completely fixed it, but it feels a lot better. And, you know, it's just such a touchy, you know, topic for me still. I don't think it's gonna like stop being touchy until I get that closure from my dad. And I don't know when that's gonna be, but right now I'm just trying to focus on talking to him more on a daily basis, and, you know, building that relationship back up that I once had when I was, you know, smaller, when he was around. Then he just kind of disappeared. So that's why it's just like, it's hard for me. And this was hard to do. Like, it's gonna be hard to edit this, because I'm sure, you know, my crying face is ugly. I'm not looking really forward to it, but I said I was going to talk about this. It needs to be talked about more. If you have a daddy issue, talk to me. You can DM me. Girl, we can FaceTime and talk about it. I want to be closer to you guys. I want to understand your issues. If you guys have an issue you want me to talk about, DM me, because I plan to do these chit chat get ready with me some more. I absolutely am starting to hate doing hair reviews. So I really want to cut that out this year once I, get stable financially with this lash line and whatever else sources of income I have. That probably will be one cut, because y'all, I hate doing them. As much as y'all hate seeing the notification, like, it's not fun for me either, but it's like, that's my line of work, so that's how I get the coin. That's how I pay the rent. That's how the bills get paid. Besides YouTube checks, that's my source of income throughout the month. So y'all gotta understand and look at it from my perspective as well, not just punishing you guys and hopping on camera sounding like a robot for these hair companies and stuff. It is kind of my job, so I hope you guys can understand that. But I'm gonna hop off really quick and do my lips because they a little ashy. I have a lip combo routine on my channel, and I have an everyday makeup tutorial, so go and check those out if you guys want specific details on what I use. Most of them are still the same except the lashes. So yeah, the lash page on Instagram is diamondluxxlashes, and I will put it in the description, so please pay attention to that stuff. Do not ask me the same questions over and over that I answer, because I will not answer if I see it pop up, and especially if I just said what I said in the video. So please pay attention to these videos. I know it's a lot of talking, but this in particular was a chit chat get ready with me because I felt like my channel needed it. So I'm gonna do my lips, gonna hop back on, talk about this hair, and we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, you guys, I'm always clapping. It just gets me geeked. I don't know why, but I sound a mess. I probably look 10 times like skinnier due to my contouring. Yes, I excessively contour because my nose is literally the size of my fist and it's disgusting. So I hate looking like I have a fat nose, let alone a fat face. I just had got my face and my weight to where I wanted it to be before I got pregnant. Then I found out I'm pregnant. I'm just like, all my hard work, all my discipline to get this weight back where I was, and I just got pregnant, so now I'm gonna be fat again. I was very devastated, but it's not what I'm here to talk about. Let's talk about this hair. So you guys, this is their body wave hair, and like I said, this is from Unice Hair. I worked with them back in, when did I work with them? I think that was May last year. It was curly hair that I had from them. I did a ponytail tutorial. It was when I had those two like fluffy ponytails, and then I think I did like a closure tutorial doing some baby hairs, which was an absolute fail. But now I have a different texture of hair, and this hair is super bomb. So it's not really less of what I expected. Unice is a super popular company, so their hair is always really good. I haven't heard anything bad about it. I don't know, I just haven't, maybe because I just look at my YouTube community and who I'm subscribed to, and they've never said anything bad. But this is 3 bundles, 20, 226, and a 24, and a 20-inch middle part closure. No plucking was done. I just put some makeup in the part, and that's how I got this look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There was a ton of different topics I wanted to go over, but my pregnancy brain got me thinking that I probably said it or I probably didn't, so I don't know. But like I said, I plan to do another get ready with me with another company I'm working with this week, so just stay tuned for that. And like I said, any topics you guys want me to talk about that you're dealing with, if you just want some advice, leave it in my comment section and let me know, what you guys want to see, because that is why I am here, y'all. I want us to bond this year and actually talk outside of the hair reviews. Like, you guys are people, I'm a person, and I don't got nobody to talk to usually during this pregnancy. So my baby daddy, he works a lot, so I hate that word, but I just said it. A lot of hours a day, so he's not somebody I can talk to, and I usually try to not talk to him about stuff because I want to avoid arguments, and I'm very hormonal and irritated. So yeah, links for this hair of course will be in the description. As far as what I used, I tried to say what I used as I went, But check out my everyday makeup tutorial and my lip combo tutorial on my channel if you guys want more specific details, because I'm not going to list it in the description. I'm just not. But I hope this was helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed this topic. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video.